Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
I see
How are you?
I'm well. I see you got your USC shirt on.
I got my USC shirt on. I got the trophy in the back. I
Oh, I
got the
see it.
ring on.
Oh,
I'm just trying to make sure that I got all the mojo right.
oh, I love it. I love it all. Well, it's not just any game day. Waking up to a Super Bowl hits different, right? You, of all people, know what that feels like. What do you think is going through the minds of Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Coach Shanahan, and the rest of the team this morning?
I think what's going through their mind right now is they're trying to find a way to figure out the best thing that they can do. I mean, I think one of the great things about preparing for the Super Bowl is that you don't try to do more, you try to do less. And the reason you try to do less is that you just want to focus on the game. You want to focus on the things that you want to try to execute on. And that's really, the essence of the game is being able to be at your best and trying to be able to go out and impose your will on that team or on that person or that situation. And I think what we're going to see here is a lot of guys imposing their will.
Yeah, gosh, and keeping that mindset. You know, Coach Shanahan articulated this week exactly why he trusts Brock Purdy. In his words, he says he's the perfect balance of aggressive thrower, but still getting the ball to the right spot on good and bad plays. What do you think will be the biggest challenge for Brock going up against the Chiefs' defense?
I think the biggest challenge for him is just making the right decision. I mean, Coach said that he can make great decisions, which I think he's been able to do that. It's just making sure that he is able to get and make the right decision. I think one of the hardest parts in playing sports is making good decisions. Not only good decisions, but great decisions, especially in a game like this. And I think that if he doesn't turn the ball over and they're able to kind of make great decisions, they're able to move the chains, they're able to get a lot of first downs. Yes, this could be his day, and not only his day, but maybe an MVP.
Oh. And that split-second moment, too, right? We hope to see that. What about for the Niners defense facing Patrick Mahomes?
Well, that's the problem. I mean, that's the problem for even me. And the reason I say it's the problem is that that's how great he is. And when you have a great quarterback, the one thing that you got to try to do is you're trying to contain him. If you think about Joe Montana, one of the great things that the New York Giants would do is they try to contain him. And so what you try to do with a great quarterback like this is you try to contain him. You don't want to give up any long passes. But what you really want to do, if you can bait him into getting maybe one or two picks, that's what you can, count on. And for me, what I think is that they're going to get one or two picks, and that's going to be the difference in this game.
Now let's turn to you, Ronnie. In your 10 years with the Niners, you've helped the team win 8 division titles and 4 Super Bowls. What do you wish you would have known going into that first game? And was one of the championships more meaningful or special to you than the others, and why?
Well, first of all, when you think about winning a Super Bowl and looking back, my rookie year and being around that group of guys and being around guys that you didn't know. And all of a sudden, those guys now are some of my best friends, some of the people that I spend a lot of time with, guys that I'm literally calling or spending time talking to them about. And so you go from 1981 having no relationships, trying to make the team, and then all of a sudden here you are in the Super Bowl as a rookie. And I can assure you, the best part of that moment was when we went down the parade, and as we were turning the corner, I was like, it's not going to be anybody there. They're not showing up. This is, and it felt like the whole world had showed up on Mission Street and Mission Boulevard. And I was sitting there looking at all of this saying to myself, I can't believe it. It was just unbelievable. And so I'm hoping for these guys that they get that same experience, that they're able to turn that corner, see that parade, have an incredible day with all the city officials, and more importantly, all the Niner fans. It's going to be awesome.
So a win today would make history for the team, tying with the Patriots and the Steelers for the most wins in NFL history. What message do you have for the Niners and all of their fans today?
Well, first of all, I mean, when you think about being in this situation, my message would be make sure you take it. No, life is about finding ways to impose your will, finding ways to be able to go out and take it. And the hardest part in life sometimes is making sure that you overcome any situation that's in front of you. And Brock Purdy has been the testament of that this year. And I think that when we see him, and if he's able to do what I think he's capable of doing, taking this game, controlling this game, yes, this is going to be great for all 49er fans.
Now, the Vegas odd makers project a close game with a Niners win. What's your final score prediction?
Well, I got to keep that in my head. And the reason I got to keep that in my head is that what I don't want anybody there is walk up to me and say, hey, you know what? I bet on you. And by the way, you said you think the score is going to be this. So I'm going to keep that in my head.
Oh, so the secret's still out. Well, but we're all thinking a Niners win, yeah? There's no question about that.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Exactly. All right, Ronnie, before we go, I have to say it. Bang, bang.
Boom, boom.
Niner gang, right? That's what all the fans say. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. And you know what? Go Niners.
Go Niners. That's right.